And it wasn't shut down by Biden. It was shut down by the Supreme Court.
It's very weird that we're still having to hash this argument out. In your screenshot, it shows that SCOTUS deals blow to the pipeline. Doesn't say anything about shutting down. That was all over an environmental permit. While yes, it's a key piece of the puzzle, the problem is that when Biden came into office January 20th of 2021, and he signed all those executive orders, he rescinded what's called the presidential permit. The presidential permit allows infrastructure such as oil and gas pipelines to cross into the United States. So he rescinded the um, permit that was authorized by Donald Trump. Therefore, yes, Biden did in fact nix the entire project because without that permit, that which is a very important permit, there's no pipeline. But don't take my word for it. Listen to Mr. Global.
So in this video, I'm going to explain to you what would have happened if Joe Biden had not killed the Keystone XL. That's what I'm going to explain to you now. You know, there's a lot of Democrats in that comment section that are, pissed off because I'm saying Joe Biden killed the XL. He did. He did. And even though Tommy here, who doesn't agree with everything I said in that video, and a matter of fact, he even called it a lazy take, even he acknowledges that Biden killed it. And he also made a comment about my growing disdain for Democrats. And I'm going to explain that too, Tommy. I'm going to explain that too. Because I've been educating people about oil and gas on this app for like over 3 years, 3.5 years. And you know what I see every single day when I get on this app? I see my mutuals, my friends, I see big creators on the left spreading misinformation about things that they have heard me talk about 1,000 times. They are knowingly spreading lies and misinformation about things regarding oil and gas. When I'm around, I'm the expert. And listen to Mr. Global. When I'm not around, they're off in comment sections spreading fucking bullshit. And I see it every day. So yes, there is a little disdain growing for Democrats, but don't worry. It's no greater than my disdain for Republicans. Anyway, here's what would have happened with the Keystone XL. First of all, the Keystone XL was filed under Nationwide Permit 12, which is the permit that every pipeline in the United States basically is filed under. They file under Nationwide Permit 12, and that is an expedited process. That whole program exists mostly so pipeline and midstream companies can go in and repair busted pipelines in like emergency situations without going through the bureaucracy of the government, right? This shit needs to be fixed now, right? That's part of the reason that program exists. So anyway, the Supreme Court said no. They could not proceed under Nationwide Permit 12. Now, Tommy, you said that the reason they filed that permit is because it never would have passed an environmental impact study. That may be true that it never would have passed an environmental impact study, but that's not why they filed under that permit. They filed that permit that way because that's how all pipelines are filed, right? But they could have applied under the Clean Water Act, Section 404, they could have applied for a permit under that act where they would have had to go on through an environmental impact study. Now, if they wanted to skip this, because if, like you say, it never would have passed, if they would have agreed with you and thought that's probably not going to pass, the fix was very easy. All they were going to do was run it right next to the existing Keystone pipeline, right beside it, and follow the exact same route. This whole shortcut thing, which, by the way, is another huge piece of misinformation that, Democrats say daily, that this was just a shortcut and that's the only thing the pipeline did. That's not true. This would have added a significant amount of capacity to the pipeline. It wasn't just a shortcut. They were trying to take a shortcut to save money. But if they couldn't pull this off, this shortcut, they simply would have ran the pipeline right next to the existing one where everything has been approved, and the Keystone XL would have been built and probably functioning today. Because there is a reason this original pipeline runs this route. There is a very good reason for it, and that's because under Nationwide Permit 12, it would have been automatically approved. That's what would have happened had Joe Biden not killed the Keystone XL. Okay? Joe Biden killed the Keystone XL. And for all the Democrats in that comment section that are currently going, I don't know why Mr. Global is saying Joe Biden killed the Keystone XL. Listen to me. I'm saying it because it's what happened. And understand something. When I say something, just because you hear what you want to hear and don't hear what I say, doesn't mean that I said what you think you heard. Okay? Because every day I read, Mr. Global said this, and I'm sitting there like, I never fucking said that. Why would I say that? That's not even close to the truth. Anyway, that's what would have happened. What I just said is exactly what would have happened. And if Donald Trump is successful in having the Keystone XL built, that is exactly what they're going to do. They're going to follow that route of the original Keystone XL. And then they won't have to worry about all the permitting process and all of that bullshit. All right? Thanks.